Hello, hello, welcome back. Today we're playing a Powerwash simulator, which I have never posted on YouTube before. And it's even extra exciting because I found one that was summer theme, which was perfect for our theme. This is the Clean the Cruise Ship Sun Deck, which was a free DLC for summer 2024. And our customer is Mary Sells. And the message says, "Oh, hiya, Power Washer. Yeah, we've had a bit of to-doing on deck. Can't go into specifics as it'll probs end up in the courts, this one, but it was a bit of a mood breaker. Let's just say that next time we'll make sure we shake off the seabirds before leaving harbor and fully vet the entertainment. We've cleaned the deck of what little food the birds left, so you should get a nice clean run at it." Alright, let's start the job. Now for Power Wash Simulator, it literally is that. It's a simulator of power washing, and it's actually pretty fun. And I play with my controller. Oof. Yeah. Oh boy. Yep, that I don't know how you reach this level of grime, but they definitely did. I kind of like to do my power washing in sections. So I think I'm gonna tackle the wall first and leave the ground for last. I feel like if I were to power wash this, I would do the wall, then this, and then the ground last. But I'm no pro. I remember when I showed my mom this game. It was actually I think one of the first games I got when I got my gaming laptop, because it was, I don't know if it's on the Switch now, but it wasn't on the Switch, and so this getting a computer was the only way I could play it. And I had seen ASMR channels play this game, and I thought this was so satisfying. And so I showed her, and the first thing she said was like, in real life, that power wash would be too rough on that wood. And it would have destroyed the wood. And I'm like, yes, but that's not what this game is. Hey, great news. The captain says he's checked the contracts and we're in the clear. Alright. Cool, I guess. Alright, I don't know how loud this is gonna be. Hopefully not too loud. But that is how power washing is, I guess. Thank Poseidon for maritime law, eh? Nice. Alright. Everyone likes to power wash differently. I like to do it in sections. Let's go like this first. Oh, this is glass. Is this glass? Yep. Oh, you can't see because my now playing is covering it, but it does tell me, the game does let you know what material you're washing, because there's cleaning solutions that you can use to make it easier to clean. But it does cost money. So it just really depends. Sometimes I just like to use the cleaning solutions at the very end. Because you can't finish a job until you've reached 100%. And sometimes it's hard to tell where you've missed a spot. You gotta get the angles. You see that? How I missed this spot completely because I wasn't looking at an angle. Let me get... Ooh, what's this? This is new. And that's like a... Try to get like the grimy spots there. Like if I had some tough spots to clean, like those spots right there. I feel like this is the perfect nozzle for that. There's also a way for the dirt to be highlighted But I use that in the end when I don't know where I haven't reached 100%, which spots I've missed. We're gonna go lightly first, get the easy stuff out, and then we'll go harder. Try to do it in sections as much as I can, but this is just fun. Oh, I'm just noticing this palm tree here is gonna need some cleaning too. You do get a ladder. You do get a ladder to reach the tough spots. Okay. Wonder where that ladder is. That might help me with this section. It is so grimy. Ooh! It's so grimy that I can't tell where the ladder might be. Oh, right over here. Do this. Get those troublesome little spots gone. Did I miss anything over here? Oh, there we go. Oh, yes, I forgot. It does glow when you fully cleaned it. I don't know if this hole was glowing, which makes me think... There we go. Window column, clean. I'm gonna try to get that. There we go. That is so satisfying. I forgot that it does confirm that you reached all those spots. I'll do this one for the sides of the columns. I wonder how people who actually like power wash for their jobs feel about this game. They're like, I wish it was that easy. I could just switch nozzles and the click of a button. Yes. Let's put the sides. Nice. Oof. Let's do a wide one first. Nice. The wall seems to be a little more tough. Oh, see. I'm missing the underside of this. So I'm going to crouch down. I don't think this is ever going to glow because this is one big piece. This is going to be in the way. Let me move it over here. Oh yeah, let's do wide. And I also get more money the more I progress. And can't see it because it's covered, but the more you clean, you'll start seeing your money increase, which is nice. I don't think that's how power washing actually happens. I think you get paid by the end of the job. But I thought that was cool because that way you can buy stuff, chemicals and stuff, better nozzles. Oof. Oh, my dog needs to go. 1 second. Right. Oh, whoa, that's extra strong. That would definitely rip apart some wood. That's cool. Give it a 1 silver lightly. We'll use the green nozzle. Yes. Nice. Not this glass isn't clean. There we go. Maybe it's faster if I just start off with the yellow one. Let's see. Oop. Now I definitely won't be able to clean this entire place in this video. It's actually pretty large. But it is going to be satisfying to see it be cleaned completely. I wish I had seen that they had a DLC for the summer, like in the beginning of summer. I'm not sure when this came out. But I completely missed it. I sometimes like to have power washing videos, or I mean power washing games, play while I watch something really good on YouTube, like a documentary or some sort of tea video of people I don't know, because it's easy to just get lost in cleaning. I don't have to really focus. So, if you're interested in a game like that, where it's very low effort, you don't have to like think too hard or anything, this is the game for you. I like to have this game handy for the times that I want to play a game, but I don't want to commit to a whole new... I don't want to commit to a farming sim. I don't want to play anything too difficult. Then, yeah, okay, we got one whole side done so far. Look at the difference. Wow. Crazy. All right, let's keep going. I was actually playing another game earlier, playing Bear and Breakfast on my Switch earlier this morning. It's a lazy Sunday. I've been putting a lot of hours into that game and just watching videos on YouTube while I play. And I was watching this creator, and she was talking about Ice Spice. She is a singer, rapper. Honestly, I don't listen to her music. So I could not even name a song. But I know of her. I don't feel like you need to listen to the music to not know who Ice Spice is, but so I know of her. And I have been hearing a lot lately in YouTube and other platforms of how, like, oh, she's not a girl's girl. And that kind of stuff always interests me because I feel like it's just been very recent when people bring that term up. And it's nothing new. I feel like it's tale as old as time of this type of story of, something's not right, girls aren't comfortable with this particular girl, etc., etc. But what had me really interested was the way the creator was talking about her, was mentioning another friend of hers, Cleo. I forgot the rest of her name, but she's also a singer, and they were friends. And she was, spilling the tea on how Ice Spice had invited her friend Cleo to her tour. I believe it was going to be a month. I believe she was going to perform with her, maybe open for her. And this is all allegedly the friend Cleo. This is her story. She's saying this. How, they weren't going to pay her, but she was a friend. She wanted to help her friend out. And yeah, so she went. And one of the things that baffles me is where we put ourselves into situations where you want to make sure that you're with someone that's going to make sure that you're okay, that you're safe. And hearing this story, it just reminded me of, like, when we're young and maybe a little naive, rightfully so, because we're young. Long story short, on one of the many things that was in this video was about how she won this tour, and if you know me, I am very serious about my food. I'm very serious about eating. I love food. I love talking about food. And then the situation they were in during their tour, and Cleo, I really hope I got her name right. Anyways, told her, hey, I'm really hungry. If I was her, that's like red flag. Like, I'm really hungry. Cause, like, when I'm really hungry, I can get ill. Like, my stomach hurts. And then it's over. Like, even after I eat, the stomach pain is still there. I don't know what it's called, but I just know that that happens. So she's telling her friend, I'm hungry, like, let's get food. And I guess Ice Spice said, like, oh, we're in, like, the desert, there's, like, no place to eat. And long story short, she ends up finding out that Ice Spice, and I'm assuming some people from her crew, went to a restaurant. They went out to eat. They did not tell her. They went without her. And out of all the things that were in this video, which one of them was including how someone stole $700 from this girl's, like, card to someone from the team, from the tour. So that's what she thinks, but never found out who. So it really could be anything. But just all these other things that happened, lack of communication, just seemed like she didn't really care about, Ice Spice didn't really care about her friend. Out of all the things, the thing that really affected me was the food. That would have been, like, one of the most ultimate betrayals, because how, like, do you know that I'm hungry? You went out to eat and you didn't tell me. That would have been my sign to go home. if I didn't have any other ones. But that would have been like the main sign for me to be like, all right, cool. Nope. I just thought it was funny that that was like my moment, the moment in the video that I was like, oh, dare she? How dare she eat without you knowing full well you're hungry? Oh no. And I mean, hopefully, people who watch this have, a lesson learned that this also includes trips with friends. Could be to a different city, could be to a different country. Um, Make sure you know who you're traveling with. Maybe having a smaller, more local trips with friends first is better than like committing to, like, for example, going out of the country with them, or like in this case for the singer, going on a tour with them where you're kind of in a commitment. um and yeah, it just got me thinking. I have very low tolerance for things like that, so I don't have many friends. And maybe that's a good thing. um if there's one thing I always watch out for myself for, especially since I'm a vegan, is where am I gonna eat? Because no one else is gonna really watch for me like that, like myself, especially as a vegan. And that, I'm understanding of that. And I don't want people to worry about me, because I've noticed that if I'm hungry and they can't find me food, like, they can't enjoy eating, and that's not fun. So I always try to have a plan B when it comes to food. Protein bars, my best friend. When I went to Mexico, I hadn't been, and so I just didn't really know how accessible vegan food was going to be. And it was actually pretty accessible at restaurants, but still, there was no, like, there's no Trader Joe's, no Whole Foods, as it is where I live in California. So I took a bag of beef jerky in my luggage. Took a bag of beef jerky, and I took a big box, I think two, of protein bars, actually. I think 2 boxes of protein bars, 1 bag of beef jerky, because just to have on hand. And they really helped, because sometimes I was in situations where we're, in a touristy area, we're looking around. People have different eating times, by the way. I've learned that very quickly, and I eat often. I don't want to be the person that's like, where are we going to go eat? And I'm the only one that's hungry. So sometimes having a protein bar in your bag, huge help for those moments where you can't access food very quickly. I do the same for Disneyland, because I don't know if the wait lines for the food that I want is going to be long, and I want, it's happened before where I want a specific food, but I'm hungry now, and we're in the line for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So protein bars are my best friend, but not everyone plans like that, especially for something so long term, maybe as a tour. But I still, to this day, like, when my siblings go out or something and I'm like, do you need a snack in your bag? They're not even vegan, but I'm just like, what if? What if you're really hungry by the time you reach whatever restaurant you're going to be at? And it's a 30-minute wait or longer, and you're really hungry. You're gonna be so happy that you have that protein bar in your bag. Even in college, sometimes things happen and then I wouldn't make it to the cafeteria on time to grab a lunch. And then the next class would start, and I don't want my stomach growling, because my stomach will growl loud. And I would carry snacks with me. And sometimes I would get classmates that are like, oh my goodness, I am so hungry, I didn't get to, and their stomach is growling, they're uncomfortable. And I'm like, do you want my, granola bar, protein bar? And, because it's really helpful, and they're very grateful. So you should never know. I'm also a big snacker. Pros and cons on that. The cons being that can be pretty expensive. Sometimes you buy your regular groceries, And then to top it all off, you're getting like nuts or granola bars or protein bars. Sometimes I wish I wasn't always so hungry. I think I would save a lot of money if I wasn't so hungry all the time. And that's not just like a, it's also not a like a, oh, I'm not eating enough type of thing. I think I just like love the eating in general. Because sometimes I'm not even that hungry and I'm just like, you know what? Some popcorn would be nice. A sandwich would be nice. And sometimes I have to be mindful of that and be like, no. Take a grocery list. Sometimes I'll buy way too much food. Because hungry me was shopping. Alright, so we've got like halfway of the wall done. We got this beautiful mural that I didn't even know was there because you couldn't see it with the grime. So let's see how much more of the wall I'll do. This is a really good nozzle. Let's see, what did Mary say? Mary says, so, we've been having a tough time of it, truth be told. That's all her message says. We'd hired a magician called the Great Ted Cheese, but he disappeared. Aren't you on a cruise ship? Isn't that a little, like, concerning? It's a little, Mary says, literally, that's not a joke. Oh. I know it's not. Didn't you send the Coast Guard to look for them? What you telling me for? What am I gonna do about it? Mary says, he was there opening night, did some balloon magic for the kids that went down like a lead one, and we haven't seen him since. Huh. Yeah, did he go overboard? I love how she was like afraid of like a lawsuit, and I'm like, I think we've got a bigger problem on our hands. This tea is very interesting. The lore of this cruise ship. But anyways, yeah. I just get a little entertained sometimes with watching videos like that. Because it's like, at the end of the day, nothing too serious for most of the time, right? Everyone's okay. Satisfying to the nosy part of me. Just watching drama from people that I don't know. There's another video of drama of people I don't know about a wedding dress, and there's way too many videos. At some point I lost interest in the development of it because I had already kind of made my opinion of the situation, regardless of what new information there was. But essentially, someone ordered their wedding dress on TikTok, was disappointed at the quality of it, and there was some miscommunication on expectations on when the dress should be finished, the quality of the dress, the payment of the dress, etc., on both sides of the designer and the bride. And after like a couple videos watching their back and forth, at first people, the general consensus, I guess, was on the side of the designer because she had said that the person had received their dress and not paid for it. And then it turns out that she had partial payment of actually like more than half of the payment paid. So that wasn't entirely true. And then more came out on how the dress wasn't up to par. It had been shipped 2 days before the wedding, etc., etc. And it's one of those things where it's like a lesson learned on I'll always say, like, don't buy important things on TikTok. I wouldn't buy it online, actually, in general. I would buy it at a boutique, and that's not even guaranteeing that this situation wouldn't happen. If you bought your wedding dress at a boutique or a dress shop locally. But to me, it was a wake-up call of like, oh, right, when you buy important things like that, make sure that it's all in writing on deadlines and expectations of payment and everything. Most places, I think, don't even let you take the dress until it's fully paid. But everyone, I guess, does business differently. The thing with online shopping now, or online businesses, is now anyone can practically be a business owner. And I think we forget that. At the end of the day, we don't know these people, and communication is key. And even with communication, even if she were to get her money back, her wedding's still affected, right? So that's a bummer. But no, it's just something I would never do is buy something as important as a wedding dress online. Not seeing it in person. Maybe the price was like great for what she saw. Thought it was a deal maybe. But I don't think it's worth it to save on a deal on something like a wedding dress. An evening gown for a party maybe. But I don't think you can save money like that on a wedding dress. It's too risky. But yeah, there's more and more videos coming out with both of them, releasing new information, or maybe one of them, but I had already kind of made my decision on it. And I thought, well, I can't give her money back. She's gonna have to do something else. Take it to court, maybe. But for me, watching that story was, yes, it is very important to have things in writing to avoid this type of problem. And my example of like a crate, like seamstress and everything, will always be that one seamstress from Say Yes to the Dress in New York. There's this one lady that was a seamstress, and I don't know, she was just, I had so much admiration for her and her craft because she had been a seamstress for this wedding dress shop for years, and I just thought that was very admirable, and like she knew her stuff, and she wasn't afraid to back down on her thoughts. But I really enjoyed watching her in that show. I used to watch that show a lot when I was a kid. And it's so funny now because I would watch it and I'm like, they would be like, oh, what's your budget? And they would say something like 5,000. And I'm like, 5,000? That's not enough. Right, I'm a kid, I have like no like concept of money or anything, and that was years ago, so I don't even know what the equivalent of 5,000 for a dress is now, maybe 10,000. I don't know. I'm like, that's not enough for a panina dress. I think that was the name of the dresses that the designer would always come out and talk to the brides, and our bride would say like, oh, my budget's 20,000, and I'm like, that's more like it. We have something to work with here. And now I'm like, I can't imagine spending that much, and probably even more now because that's like really old episodes. Watched a lot of Say Yes to the Dress. I watched a lot of Say Yes to the Dress, the Bridesmaid edition, and that I think was even worse. I think that terrified me more on weddings. Oh, because sometimes, oh my gosh, it got so, the more people, the messier it would get. More opinions. And sometimes I thought there's no way this person's acting like that. I'm still confused whether that was real. Because some people acted just so, were so inconsiderate. I'm like, is this fake? Did they like have this bride like agree to be the villain, or this bridesmaid to be the villain? Because sometimes, and one of the common stories that are problems that were in Say Yes to the Dress Bridesmaids was when the mother of the bride or the sister of the bride or whatever family member would want to try on dresses themselves during their appointment, because either A, they were going to get married soon too, they were planning on getting married, so they want, now that they're here, they want to try on a dress. Or I think one of them, like the wedding was like a month after, something like that, so they're both trying on dresses, and I oof, which could be like fine depending on the person, but it would always baffle me that they're on national TV doing these things when especially when the bride has explicitly said no and they do it anyways. And I'm like, so you're showing on national TV that you don't understand boundaries. I don't know. That's why I thought it was scripted, because I'm like, there's no way, even if you didn't, I feel like you would have like the sense to like keep it together because you're on a TV show. Even if you really wanted to, but I don't know. Or like the brides who had tried on like hundreds and hundreds of dresses. They've been around the country, and I don't know. I don't think I'd care that much personally. Like there's always gonna be different dresses and prettier dresses, or dresses I like, I feel like, you know, people are designing all the time. Can't imagine. Alright, let me take the ladder. See if I've missed any spots here. Getting new angles. I think this is all cleaned. Look at the, whoa. Look at the walls. Oh, this place must have been gorgeous when it was clean. I'm excited to see the rest of it. But for this video, this is what I got done. There's a lot more work to do. That'll have to be for the next video. Look at all these details. Oh boy. It's a lot of work. Hopefully they pay me well. Alright. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.